What's up, folks? I'm back with another reaction, back with some more Power Station. We're going to go back to their 1985 self-titled album again. I mentioned it before when I did the first reaction to Some Like It Hot. The version I got has 7 bonus tracks on it as well, not just the 8 from the actual album, so excited to go through it all. And I mentioned in the first reaction that Power Station is Robert Palmer, John Taylor, Tony Thompson, and Andy Taylor. And it says that the album was produced by Bernard Edwards. Someone mentioned that Tony Thompson was in Chic with Nile Rodgers. So I'm interested to hear more of the songs. You know, see if like the template sent down by the first song is sort of the general sort of flavor of the album, or if there's a few different palettes, a few different tastes. I imagine there will be. But yeah, we're going to listen to the second tune, which is called Murderess. I mentioned this at the end of my reaction to the opening tune, that it's a title that suggests a female murderer, but obviously murder is a term that certainly in like a creative, fictional scenario could manifest in a number of ways, and in real scenarios too, in the sense that you can murder someone emotionally, through your actions or something that you say to them. You could murder someone socially by destroying their reputation, whether by bringing something to light that they had done in a secretive or interpersonal fashion, or by slandering them, or telling people things about them that are actually untrue. You could murder someone professionally, if you destroy their reputation by showing that they had plagiarized their work, or that they had ultimately, burned bridges on a personal level with everyone they've worked with. There's a number of things that, or a number of ways that someone could be murdered, but obviously a literal murder is possible as well. So again, using the term murderess instead of murderer suggests a particular angle where maybe a Black Widow type of character, but it could be more incidental. It could be less serial or less the particular program of their behavior, but more situational. To get out of a bad situation, someone may have murdered someone else. Again, maybe not necessarily literally, though that could be the interpretation, or that could be the direction, but ultimately they could destroy them in a way that would then leave the person who did the murdering, the woman who did the murdering, free to make certain decisions in a way that she might not be otherwise. So I guess there's a number of different ways it can manifest. As I always say, this is just to get away, just a way to get my brain thinking about ideas and motifs. Surely most of that will have nothing to do with the song. But yeah, let's get to it. This is the Power Station, the song Murderess from their 1985 album, self-titled. Again, the percussion is just heavy, pounding, thunderous. She says your money's safe. That guitar reminds me of and again, this is positive in all directions, but like of a Lenny Kravitz song or something. I know you like him to be troublesome. That sax is amazing. Just kind of low and bubbling. That chorus is great. solo set. Hold on, bro. Yeah, I was gonna say it's almost like the movie "So I Married an Axe Murderer," like, which came after this. I know.
She says she's your baby face. The things are in a suitcase. I knew that she was on the run. I read the paper and it said so. I know you like them to be troublesome. Take it to the maximum. She's a murderess.
So much to say. I'll wait till the end of the song, but.
She likes to go for the drug dealer. Murderer. That woman with yours is a killer.
It does have that kind of like, you know, kind of rough edge 80s American rock feel to it, no doubt, which someone had mentioned in advance that like Power Station had a style that, you know, would really fit nicely in the American rock market at the time. I hear that. The subtle sax in this one is the champion. Dare I say, I like that even more than the opening tune. Yeah, that's ace. But yeah, it's as far as I can tell, it sounds like, again, in a way, almost like the plot of the movie "So I Married an Axe Murderer," and the narrator is the Anthony LaPaglia character trying to tell the Mike Myers character, "Yo, like, I think you need to be careful here." But yeah, again, even in that like framing, it could still be more like a metaphor for, you know, she goes from like town to town and, you know, breaks someone's heart in each of these towns and moves on, and, you know, she's on the run because no one can figure her out because she keeps like moving on, and, you know, no one puts all the pieces together. Or again, it could be more literal. But yeah, it's funny. I remember that line about like, oh, you know, I know you like them a little dangerous, like I know you like them like maximum crazy. You know, I won't go into too much detail, but I remember like my first serious girlfriend, it was like a crazy whirlwind relationship, and it ultimately lasted like almost 6 years. There was off and on there, and there's like, you know, there's some other songs where like I might be able to talk about it a little bit because the lyrics are like directly related. But here, I just remember that like a couple of my friends in high school would say to me like, it's so funny to us that you're like this mellow dude, you know, you like play all different kinds of music, you just like to hang out or whatever, and you're dating like a total crazy person. So yeah, like some of my friends thought my first girlfriend was like absolutely insane, and like, you know, again, there's a long story there. But yeah, it was a very tumultuous and crazy relationship, but they were amused that like, oh, like, you must have this weird thing in your personality where like, you're so mellow, you need someone who's kind of psychotic and crazy to sort of balance everything. I was like, I don't know about that, but thanks for your opinion. But yeah, so that's what that made me think of when that line, or those couple lines about, you know, I know you like them dangerous or whatever it was, and, you know, maximum crazy. But yeah, let me know what you think of that one. That was a super cool tune. It has me even more excited about the rest of the album now. Not that the first tune didn't hit me, it did. But that one, like, you know, I had no expectations going in, whereas I had sort of like heard of the phrase of the first song, which again, I think someone, was it Ron? Someone pointed out it's the name of like a Marilyn Monroe film. Well, I haven't seen a lot of her catalog, which is not a knock on her. It's just I like a lot of old movies, but her particular filmography is just never something I really touch. And I think he said, you know, it's worth watching. So, you know, I got a lot of things coming, but I will try to get around to that because I am curious. But yeah, in terms of the songs, this one made a big impression on me. So let me know what you think. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Peace.